iPhone 17 Pro Max. All right, let's cut through the noise. iPhone 17 Air. Yeah, you heard that right. Apple decided to drop a phone called the Air because apparently it wasn't enough to confuse people with Plus, Pro, Pro Max, Ultra, SE, and whatever's next. They basically woke up one morning and thought, you know what would be hilarious? Making people question their life choices in the Apple Store. But here's the deal. I got to test both the iPhone 17 Air and the iPhone 17 Pro. And I'm about to give you the brutally honest breakdown of which one you should actually buy before you accidentally throw $1,000 at the wrong slab of glass. Now, Apple didn't make this easy. The iPhone 17 Air is brand new, fresh, slim, and has that minimalist, look at me, I'm the cool kid in high school vibe. The Pro, on the other hand, is like the older sibling who hits the gym, reads tech blogs, and brags about having features you'll never use but feel guilty not having. And the price difference? Barely there. The Air starts at $999, the Pro at $1,099. That's literally one Costco run, or like 2 days of Starbucks if you're living off pumpkin spice and oat milk. So money isn't really the deciding factor here. It comes down to what you value more, the slim, simple lifestyle phone or the spec-loaded powerhouse. Let's talk screens because Apple knows that's what most people look at all day anyway, while ignoring their loved ones. The Air comes in at 6.5 inches, the Pro is 6.3, and the Pro Max is a monstrous 6.9 inches, basically an iPad you can sort of call people on. And here's the kicker. All three give you the same tech, ProMotion refresh rates, 3000 nits of brightness, anti-glare coatings, ceramic shield glass, and better scratch resistance. Translation, you can scroll TikTok in the middle of the Sahara Desert and still see your screen, which is a huge win for people whose only desert experience is the Wi-Fi going out. Specs, yeah, both of these things are packing Apple's shiny new A19 Pro chip with 12 gigs of RAM. That means they're faster than you switching tabs when your boss walks by. Plus, the new N1 networking chip means Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, satellite SOS, all the invisible nerd stuff that you won't think about until 3 years from now when your friend with an older iPhone can't connect to anything and you get to flex your future-proof phone. But here's where the plot thickens. If both phones are packing the same brains, what's the actual difference? Well, it comes down to cameras, design, and battery life. The camera battle is where things get messy. The iPhone 17 Pro has the full triple camera loadout, wide, ultra-wide, telephoto. The Air, just one sad little 48 megapixel main shooter. Don't get me wrong, it's a good camera. It even does 2 times optical zoom and the new Fusion magic Apple cooked up. But it's missing all the fun stuff. No ultra-wide, no telephoto, no macro shots, no spatial video, and this one shocked me, no cinematic video mode. Even though it's rocking the same processor. That's like buying a Tesla and they hand you the keys but tell you the self-driving mode doesn't work because reasons. And before I go further, I need to know how many photos do you guys have saved in iCloud right now? I checked mine and I'm sitting at over 110,000. Yes, 110,000. I dare you to beat that number. Drop it in the comments if your photo library looks like a hoarder's basement. Now, design-wise, this is where the Air slaps. It's thinner, lighter, cleaner, and feels way better in the hand. If you're into minimalism, the Air is basically the Marie Kondo of smartphones. Meanwhile, the Pro is chunkier, but it hides some heavy-duty tricks, like vapor cooling so it doesn't roast itself when you're filming, and faster USB-C transfer speeds, which is a lifesaver if you actually move big files to your computer. The Air, no vapor cooling, slower transfers, and honestly feels like Apple cut just enough corners to make you think twice. The Air, no vapor cooling, slower transfers, and honestly feels like Apple cut just enough corners to make you think twice. But the true villain here is battery life. Apple claims the Air's battery is as good as the iPhone 16 Pro, which sounds fine Until you realize Apple also quietly launched a MagSafe battery pack just for the Air. And I don't know about you, but if your phone was really that good on battery, you wouldn't need a brand new accessory to keep it alive. Meanwhile, the Pro handles heat better, charges faster, and is built for people who actually push their phones hard. So after all that, where does it land? For me, it's the Pro. I shoot video for a living. I need the cameras. I need the cooling. I need the faster transfers. The Air is gorgeous, but taking away the extra lenses feels like Apple's passive-aggressive way of telling me to buy two phones. But, and this is the big but, if you're not a content creator, if you're not constantly shooting photos and videos, if you just want a sleek, light iPhone that still runs insanely fast and looks clean, the Air is honestly enough for most people. It's the diet version of the iPhone Pro, but without the guilt. So here's the truth bomb. iPhone 17 Air versus iPhone 17 Pro isn't a battle of right or wrong. It's about lifestyle. If you're a casual user, the Air is the smart play. If you're a creator, gamer, or just someone who wants the absolute best Apple has to offer, the Pro is your ride. Either way, Apple wins and your bank account loses. And the kicker, in 12 months, we'll all be here again talking about the iPhone 18, which will probably come with some nonsense feature like AI that folds your laundry just to convince you to upgrade. And that's why you hit subscribe right now, because when that madness drops, you know I'll be here spilling the tea again. Peace out.